Did you know that Ray J exposed Kris Jenner and Kim Kardashian and finally said that they're the ones that sold the sex tape?
No, I didn't hear that.
Mm-hmm.
No, but I believe.
Also, I don't trust your fucking sources. I don't know. Honestly, I'm a lot of things. So
you're a lot of things. What's up, D fam? Welcome back to the greatest bi-city podcast in the world, the Weekly D podcast, coming to you from Houston, Texas, and Louisville, Kentucky. I'm your host, Danny G.
And I'm Kyle C.
The magnificent Kyle C. We got the wonderful, thought-provocative AOZ in the background.
Thought-provocative? What?
Yeah, I think your thoughts are sexy, Alan.
I thought you were calling me a thought. I was like,
I mean,
I haven't been a thought since high school. What are you talking about,
bro? Okay. Well, before we get into that, before we run on that, we also got our boy, our Twitch producer, Mr. Chris Bowen, up in the chat. So hit him up on the chat. Say "fuck you, Chris," if you're watching. Yeah. Just to make sure it works. You know, we're just testing the chat. We're just testing the chat.
Hashtag do it for the meme.
Making sure Chris does his job. All right. So this is the Weekly podcast.
I already heard. Oh, fuck you.
The greatest bi-city podcast in the world. But before we move on, let me really give a quick shout out to our boys at Taste Salud. They are a hydration and immunity supplement company. They send us out a whole care package here at the Weekly D headquarters. They're freaking awesome. It's hydration, immunity. It's got elderberry, less than 1 gram of sugar in each thing. It's vegan. It tastes absolutely amazing. Think about Liquid IV, but Latin owned, Latin produced, and Latin operated. The creator was actually Josh Leva. If y'all watch OG YouTube Cholo Adventures, he was part of it. But yeah, so they made aguas frescas into pretty much Liquid IV, but even better, it's healthier for you, and it's the best. So shout out to Taste Salud for hooking us up. All right, let's get into this shit. The Queen of England has passed away, guys. She died.
I thought you were going to play In the Arms of an Angel. Why didn't you do that?
I don't know.
You got to have Alan sing now.
Alan. Oh, Alan, it's your turn to shine, buddy.
What do we pay you for, Alan? Sing for us.
I'm not a singer, though.
Entertain us, damn it.
An angel.
Now you make me want to go to fucking, what is it? ASPCA? Donate some shit.
No, but seriously,
is it that one or is that the cancer children? I don't remember.
I think both of them get that song.
I don't even know.
I think it's both of them. The ASPCA for sure.
Oh my God.
Both very sad situations. This situation's also sad though.
But how do y'all feel about it? Like, do y'all feel sad?
Okay, please understand. I'm from the US and I don't follow anything UK in terms of like the whole family, because there are people that actually really follow the royal family even here, because there's popularity with it. The Crown came out a couple years ago, and like that's also sparked a lot of interest and popularity in the royal family as well. I personally don't, so I don't have a closeness to it. So I'm really indifferent on the whole situation. But at the same time, somebody did pass away. It's very sad. And it is a prominent figure, and it will change some things when it comes to UK politics. I didn't realize, because we looked it up, how much power the royal family still has over like Parliament. If that makes they do. It's strange. So they have they have a lot of wealth.
I know they have a lot of property. Own a lot of businesses. Yeah. My thought, and this is super weird, it's a side topic, right? But my thought is, wouldn't it be fucking crazy if one of like their family members just went full fucking Mad King on somebody, and they're just like, you know what? I don't really like Parliament
having to tell us what to do. I think I just want to like kill everybody in parliament and really just like start the whole thing again. I think being a king is going to be a lot more fun this way. And then he just convinces the entire royal army to like go into this whole thing, and then he becomes like a tyrant and just like takes over Europe, and it becomes this really old medieval thing, but it's also in the future. It's my thought. Just saying, could happen.
I don't know, man.
I mean, if crazy shit like that could happen, like, you know, Ukraine situation, all that stuff happened the way that it did. It's not
how about
above.
Ukraine, bro? They need to get a round of applause, dude. They've done fucked up Russia at this point.
I mean, kind of. We don't really hear much anymore. It's the unfortunate thing.
I was reading some headlines. They're like they broke some Russian shit, dude. Like they're fucking them up. They're fucking them up in their retaliation. It's looking positive for the people of Ukraine.
I mean, that's good. I mean, at this point, I don't know. There's some pretty fucking wild shit happening in the world right now. Like, it's insane. Like, what the fuck is going on right now?
Isn't it crazy to think that the Queen Elizabeth II was reigning for over 72 years, though?
Yeah, well, reign, and it's funny because it's like reigning. Like you do realize they do have a ton of power. I'm gonna look it up. Actually, we were alive, so I can do that.
God damn it! I'm just saying, like, it's so crazy that for 72 years she was in reigning power. The other thing that I find wild is like during World War I or World War II, she was one of the only female commanders to voluntarily join the army and fight in the war. Which, I mean, that's pretty cool, right? But she was also racist. She was a bitch to Meghan Markle, which is wild. But at the end of the day, USA still wins because, you know, Betty White, our battle of old white ladies, Betty White won. She hit 99. The Queen only hit 96, so we're winning there. That's a plus. Okay.
So,
but I mean,
the Queen still has like authority.
They're pretty much a face.
The Queen plays a role. Yeah, the Queen does play a constitutional role in opening and dissolving Parliament and approving bills before they become law. So she still goes through some of these things and can like kind of veto something.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
He's out now.
Can the Queen declare? Not only can the Queen declare war on other countries, she's also the one in the United Kingdom with the power to do so. She doesn't have absolute power by any means, though.
Yeah, because they have Parliament.
So she could actually be like, "I'm declaring war on like Russia," and like she just decides she's gonna do that.
But she did it.
Doesn't mean the Parliament needs to go along with it, but technically that is a thing she can do.
I don't know. That would have been gangster. She could. I mean, if she would have, but she didn't do any of that.
Yeah, that's wild. But
I thought she was just how do you say it? Just like a national treasure, and that was it. Like she had no power. I didn't know that.
Nope. Apparently, there's still power that they. Nope. Nope. Apparently, there's still.
I thought she was like a tourist attraction. There you go.
Yeah.
Nope.
Well, she doesn't even live in Birmingham Palace. She lived in Scotland.
The Buckingham.
Buckingham, Birmingham, whatever. They're all
those two very different bees.
They end in Ham. They're both in England.
It's not good. You paint me a Birmingham, make it look just the way I plan.
No, but it's wild, dude. Like I said, it's wild that she lived in Scotland. She died in Scotland. All I want to know though is like, what were her last words to Meghan Markle? Because apparently Prince Harry and Meghan Markle were there by her bedside when she died. I just want to know what her final words to her was. She didn't like her at all.
I mean, let's be honest.
Like, I want to imagine that as she's dying, she's like, Meghan, come closer. And then Meghan gets a little bit closer. She's like, closer. Meghan gets a little bit closer. She goes, closer. And then she goes, you fucking cunt. And then she dies. Just flatlines.
Jeez. Oh, I also do like the British their words for the word cunt. I think it's
I want to imagine that was her last words to her, and then she just flatlined.
Probably not though. Let's be honest. When somebody's like passing away, they probably don't speak a ton.
By any chance, did y'all see the video of one of the royal guards playing the guitar solo to Bohemian Rhapsody?
Yeah, I did. Apparently, that was from a thing earlier in the year.
Oh, somebody was saying.
Yeah,
I saw where it said celebrating like the queen's passing, and I was like, that looks a little too happy for the queen to be passing.
Well, it's also,
I mean,
I
some
don't know.
people are celebrating it, right? Like some people legitimately did not like that woman.
There was some kind of situation, I mean, Ireland or something like that, where they were pretty, like, a lot of them were really happy.
They're like river dancing and shit.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck was going on. Well, because there is a lot of like tension between, well, at least there used to be between Ireland and the UK because of just
Religious
imperialism.
stuff, ain't it?
Basically, there's a lot of imperialism too. Them trying to kind of take over Ireland, and there was a place where they did have control over Ireland for a long time, and Scotland, for that matter.
Scotland.
Yeah.
That shit's wild.
I don't know a lot of that part of the history though.
I'm
sure we learned it in school, but I was probably.
I doubt it, dude. We're America,
lazy and
greatest
sleepy.
country in the world. There's no need for us
American politics
about any other countries.
and Texas
America.
history because we came from the greatest state in the world.
Exactly. We're actually Texas. We're the greatest country in the United States. Get that shit right.
It's true. That's true. That is a fact, guys. It is a fact.
That is a fact. Texas, greatest country.
I don't know
in the
if
United States.
I really like who else is better than Texas. Like, are you gonna say Are you gonna say California, Daniel? Like, honestly, like, let's be honest. At this point,
California has pretty
as
beaches,
it stands,
has a desert, has a mountain.
we got Galveston. You go.
Yeah,
you go
you
to
can't
Galveston.
even fish in Galveston. The fish are poisonous.
No. They're just spicy, bro. Like, it's fine.
They're Cajun.
Natural Cajun spice. Okay, like, listen, it's fine. Like,
They're extra Cajun, huh?
you get extra fins with it too for soup. Fucking, like, maybe an extra tail if you're lucky.
An extra
like, bro, like, I don't know what you're talking.
eyeballs.
I don't know what you're fucking talking about, dude.
I don't know.
Fucking
Galveston's ass.
they're just spicy, bro.
Okay.
What's it called? But then again, also, if we could just account for California, not to shit on everybody in California, but let's talk about stupid high taxes, a massive homeless people problem.
Oh, we have that too.
Inflation, way past it. They passed New York.
Yeah,
they passed New York.
No, inflation counts wrong.
I honestly blame the super rich people there that are like,
I don't.
What's another $1 million?
I blame Joe Byron. He could have stopped it.
Joe Byron.
He
could have stopped California. Honestly, California does have good Mexican food though.
The best.
I feel like Mexicans would disagree with you.
No. It's the best.
Like most
the best. Fuck you.
Best Mexican food in the entire world?
Best Mexican food in the entire world. Exactly.
all the Mexicans in Mexico just fucking offended. What the fuck do you mean?
I don't know, man. I just hope that one day we all take a trip to California and Daniel gets to show us around.
You down for that? Think we could sneak into Disneyland like you used to.
Oh, I don't know if we can still do that. Those were good times, dude. I was thinking about that the other day, like how we used to sneak in there through the construction site and how we never got caught. But I'm pretty sure they did.
I don't know. But anyways, honestly, like, if California just disappeared off the face of the earth, this is just somebody who doesn't live in California but has been enough times to know. I'd be perfectly fine with it. If just like, became a separate island. And it just like split away from the United States, and then we just decided, you know what? I don't think we need it anymore, and we just got rid of it.
The problem is half the Californians are already here in Texas.
There's more moving too.
Yeah,
there's more moving here. I'll tell you after. Because it's an interesting thing with my job.
Oh, really?
A massive amount of people moving from there to Houston. Houston.
I mean, have you not seen Austin? Austin's inflation is insane too now.
Well, that's because all the people that moved there were tech jobs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. And now Houston's next.
But honestly, still, Texas is the greatest state. Like, who else are you gonna say Oklahoma's a better state than Texas? No.
Oklahoma,
they have Windstar,
a dust bowl.
Like, who are you gonna say? Kansas is the best. Honestly, you can't even say New York. Like, who wants to live? Like, you could have all the food in the world. You could have all the food in the world. You still live in a box, which you can call an apartment. That honestly, you have to share with like 5 roommates. Like, no, thank you, I'm good. Like, I don't want to fucking live in Jersey for that reason. Like, fuck that shit. Honestly, no, New York, I'm coming after you too. Like, yes, you may have a good pizza, but honestly, Connecticut is a better pizza. Sorry, I said it. Like,
I was just trying to light the world on fire today, isn't he?
Kentucky, and honestly, Kentucky,
God damn,
for that matter.
But
I like Louisville. Anything outside of Louisville's arguably.
No, Louisville's trash.
Pretty fucking no. I wasn't gonna say a good thing. It was pretty fucking sketchy in certain spots. Like there's certain parts of Louisville which are very nice, and I live in those places.
Mhm.
There are certain parts of Louisville that are not very nice, and I stay away from them. No, yeah. They're like they're also like the southern proper ones too that are like, well, I do declare mon frere. I think
they ain't got no color photo right up there. They still got colored water fountains.
really got
down there.
I'm gonna say, what am I? But look at me.
Look at your skin. You may be brown on the inside, but you white on the outside. So
this is very true. This is very true. It's very life I
inside
live at
out
this
coconut looking nice.
Oh, inside out.
Kyle is literally like Beto O'Rourke, but Beto's a fake Mexican. Kyle's actually a Mexican.
That's the thing that pisses me off the most. Like when I was in high school, this is like a genuine thing that made me super angry. Is like there were so many people, like especially like white people, that would always think I was lying about being half Mexican. They would think I'm lying, and I'm like, "What are you talking about? Like, what do you mean? Like, how? What am I? Why am I? Why would I lie about that? Like, that's so stupid to lie about that." And they see my cousin, they'd be like, "Oh yeah," because you see my cousins, they're all dumb.
Stop being a fake Mexican, Kyle. Gosh.
I literally had Mexican guys tell me that. Hey, did I ever tell you about the story when I was selling plasma one time? So I was broke as shit.
You sold plasma?
Yeah, dude. I was broke as shit in college, and I was trying to rush fraternity. I know, white as fuck, whatever. Anyways, I was sitting there. And I was talking to my buddy, happened to be named Smiles. Don't ask why. But realistically, we were talking, and both of us are half Hispanic and half white.
Okay.
And so we're just having like a conversation. And then
wait, which one's browner? You or him?
We're the same, like same.
Okay. I was gonna say because Shane matters.
I was like, we were same. I mean, he was playing baseball a lot. He was a little tanner than I was, but only because he was outside playing baseball. But on the inside, I would argue I was a little bit more seasoned.
Yeah, a little more sazon in you.
I think so. A little bit of tajin.
A little bit of tajin, little chamoy.
No. Okay, but I had like this guy. So there's this guy like sitting there, and we were just talking. And like when you grow up in like a place, like you try to say things properly. So like I was saying like queso, like I said it like properly, and the guy goes, "Why are you talking like that?" I was like, "What do you mean? Why are you talking? What am I talking? Why am I talking like that? What are you talking about?" He's like, "Why do you say it like that? You just say fucking queso." Like, I was like, "That's not the way you're supposed to say it." Like I grew up, I'm fucking Mexican, bro. Like he's like, you don't look Mexican, so you shouldn't talk like that. I was like, he literally told me that. He said, "You don't look Mexican, so why you can't speak like that."
That's funny as shit.
I was like, "You can catch these fucking hands."
He was probably like, "Stop trying to appropriate culture, Kyle."
I was like, bro, we're both like fucking selling plasma here. Why you fucking talking to me first and foremost? Like we're both here for the same fucking reason. To fucking give our fucking blood for like a couple $100. we both walked out of the fucking plasma place with $50 in our pocket. Debit card.
$50 and went straight to Taco Bell after that.
Nah, I bought we have a place there called Fuego Taco, and low-key, like a good portion of that went to Fuego. That local pollo, bro.
For 2 days?
Bro, local pollo, bro. I was so broken, dude. We were talking about this. I was talking about this with my wife. I was like, I don't know how the fuck I like survived fucking college. I made like $200, like a fucking $200 a fucking every 2 weeks. Survive off that.
Shit.
Yeah,
Jesus,
that's been half of the fucking fucking Fuego.
Right.
If you go to get a local pollo, shit's $4. $4, bro. And I get 2 of those bitches. You know why? You know what's hungry as shit? You fucking talking about charcoal boiled chicken? You know what I'm talking about? Shit's good as hell. You
that's wild to think about that.
Yeah,
it's fucking wild. At least you didn't sell cum, dude.
I did not.
I sold cum one time.
I did pass out as a direct result of the plasma though for a good at one time. Yeah, I didn't eat like before.
Oh, you got a little lightheaded?
Yeah, that's like one thing you should do. Make sure you eat if you're gonna go and sell plasma or like blood, things like that too. So like I didn't eat the day before and I had like a snack, but it wasn't like enough. And we went to chapter. It was like a meeting downstairs. We had to go upstairs. So I went upstairs and like ran upstairs like a fucking dumbass because I was trying to be. I don't know what I was doing. I was trying to get my car or something, and then I passed out in the elevator.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and then so I've never passed out before, so I've never known what that felt
Scary.
like. You get so hot, and your whole body like starts to tingle,
And you
and
just
then
turn
like
off.
when you come back, that's the worst part because you're like weak. It's like you slept like 12 hours, is what it feels like, because your like whole body just goes boop.
Yeah.
I've never had that before, and like
Is
I
that like
was
the
like
worst
slumped.
place you've ever passed out at?
That's the only place I've ever passed. Like it
Oh, really?
truly passed out. Like I've never actually had like a moment where I've passed out like that. Like I've been blackout drunk and like fell asleep like
No, but I'm
sideways
talking
like
about
thing.
like pass out, like physically just pass
Yeah.
out. Oh, dude.
Yeah, that was the elevator.
That was the only time. The worst place I
That's the
ever
only time
passed
it's ever
out in,
happened.
when I was really into like fitness and shit and working out,
Mhm.
I used to go work out twice a day. Once in the morning at 5 o'clock and like after work at like 6 o'clock. And usually in the mornings I would go and just do cardio, like I would just swim or I'd run for about an hour and then shower and go to work. But one day I was feeling good, man. I swam and I was like, you know what? I still got like 30 minutes before I gotta hop in the shower and whatnot. So it's like, fuck it, I'm gonna go lift weights. My dumbass on an empty stomach decides to squat. Worst fucking idea ever. I squatted. I hit like a new PR, right? Because I hit like 275 at the time. So I hit it 3 times. I racked it up. I got up and I was like, oh fuck, I'm dizzy. So I was like, man, I gotta go like chill somewhere. So at the gym I was working out at, they used to have lounges in the locker room with TVs and stuff. So I sat down on that lounge and I just passed out. Like I was just like watching TV and then all of a sudden I felt tired and I was just out.
See, I've had that happen.
Apparently I was out for like 3 hours because it was like
Really?
when I did that, it was like 6 o'clock. By the time I woke up, it was like 9 or 10 o'clock. And the only reason I woke up was because my phone was vibrating because work was calling me trying to see where I was at. But that shit was fucking terrifying, dude.
Oh yeah, I can imagine. Like I didn't have that happen, but I've worked out pretty heavily when I was doing kickboxing and stuff. And I remember the first time it happened both times. I had gone my first time. I had gotten super sick and almost like threw up. And like, but it happened so fast that I didn't eat. I was like, I'll have like a snack before I didn't eat to try to like, not have too much in my stomach so I don't get sick. Yeah. But I ended up getting sick because I didn't have anything in my stomach, just not knowing what to do. So I had like a bar. Like it's crazy, like how quickly, like once you have like something in your stomach, how quickly you come back. Like you're good in like 5 minutes. It just takes like a few minutes to like get something in your system.
But that shit was scary, dude. Like I passed out and no one noticed because it looked like I was asleep on the couch, and people just like walked by me and whatnot.
Well,
and then I woke up.
At least you weren't in a place where you like had a stroke or you like they're throwing up in your own fucking.
But I mean,
sideways and shit.
How shitty is that? Like I was out cold and like no one, people just walked by me.
Like, have you ever had?
Realize it?
Like, no joke. Have you ever had like a moment where you had been drinking like heavily? And this is why I don't drink super heavily at night anymore, especially like really late. Because when I was in college, there was times where I'd get home super late after like partying, like until like 2, 3 in the morning, and like I'd literally catch myself waking up sideways, throwing up off the bed.
Oh shit!
Like where I just wouldn't be in control of myself. And I'm, had I like not taught myself to lay sideways, like and sleep on my side, that could have been really bad.
Yeah,
could have been really bad. Like I thought about it, like because it happened like 3 times. When I was in fucking college, dude, and like I thought about it, and I was like, I'm very fucking lucky. Like
no shit.
And I was by myself all 3 of those times. Like nobody there to be like, "Are you okay? Kyle, you okay?" Like I've gotten to situations where
so I've never had that issue simply because this is a true testament to how much of an alcoholic I was when I used to drink heavily. I would drink to the point where I was fucked up and make myself throw up just so I can keep drinking.
I knew guys like that in college and stuff. Like,
I would just keep drinking.
I didn't do that.
And then at night before I went to bed, I would make myself throw up again, just get that shit out of me, go straight, brush my teeth, and go to bed.
See, like, I was one of those guys. I just didn't like to throw up.
I hated throwing up.
I guess trigger warning for our viewers. I didn't like it. I was like, no, that's stupid. So like, but I'd like. Okay, I will say, some people hate it and they talk about how much they hate it. But one of my favorite things is after like a nice when you get a nice buzz
Mhm.
and you go to lay down and go to sleep, and you're just kind of rocking
I
like you're
like
on a boat.
spinning.
It's literally
Yeah.
my fucking favorite.
See,
I
I
love
like
that feeling.
when I have a slight spin.
Yeah, just a
But
little bit, just because you feel like you're actually getting rocked to sleep
yeah,
almost. Like
yeah,
if you time it right, but too much is like, oh, I'm really
yeah,
dizzy.
you're
But
seasick.
you're seasick. Like,
Yeah.
well, I used to have these, like, this is like another, I guess, side note, and I
Mhm.
don't know if you've ever experienced this, but I used to have like really vivid dreams when I was younger
Mhm.
of like flying on like a magic carpet. Like I used to really like Disney movies and stuff, so we would
You're
like.
like, I can show you the
No, it would
world.
just be like quiet. Like we'd be on like in my dream, I'd be on this on my bed, and my
Uh,
bed would start floating in the air,
oh shit, that's badass.
and I'd go and I'd fly through town, like where I was like, in like
Oh, that's
Rosenberg. Like
dope.
that's like one of my dreams. So like anytime like I have the spins like that, it
Mhm.
reminds me of that dream sequence I would have. It would happen every
Nice.
once in a while when I was younger, and it hasn't happened, but that's the only time like it quote unquote happens. And
I
so I
can
like
see you
crave it. I'm like,
fucking.
it's so cool. The feeling of like flying, like, and
Yeah,
having
yeah.
like that control is like interesting.
It's one of the best feelings ever, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I would tell my dreams are super weird when I was younger. Like I've told you about the one where I was. I'm sorry, these are all like side tangents, but we're gonna do this. I
Already
told you
here.
about the one where I would always get super mad that my aunts and stuff would send me to bed early when I was a kid,
Oh, really?
and
You've never
yeah,
told me this.
I would be frustrated when they send me to bed. And one time I was laying in bed and I could hear, at least I thought I did when I was like, I felt like I was awake. I could hear like them laughing and like talking and like having like a really good time. And so I got mad and I was like, I'm going to tell them something. And I was like young, right? So I'm like, like, I was going to go do that. So I opened the door, dark. Everyone's been asleep for hours. I went downstairs, nobody was
The
there.
fuck?
Yeah.
What the
Everybody's
fuck?
been asleep. Like it was like, and like literally, I remember it, me hearing it all the way up to the door and then opening the door and then like
Mhm.
just silence.
Oh shit. That's creepy as
Yeah.
fuck.
It is, but it's not at the same time because it's kind of like, I don't know if it was a dream or if like I remember that being something that I like would be, vivid there. But it didn't seem like it was dangerous, if that made sense. Like you almost wanted to join. Like it was like everybody's like my family was known for being really like loud with no alcohol. Like
Gotcha.
they're just loud, they're fun, they talk a
Mhm.
lot, like they're always laughing and joking. So I wanted to
Gotcha.
always be a part of that. So
Mhm.
like hearing that, it almost was like, oh, it's like it's not something that's bad. It's just like, it's a lot of good positive energy that you're going
Yeah.
out to, and then you're just like, what the fuck?
Fuck.
Well,
Right.
But I mean, you
that
could have dreamt that.
could have. I've had like weird experiences in that house.
Mhm.
I used to go ahead, Alan.
Oh, I was gonna say it. I was like, I've actually had a couple of those moments myself
Yeah.
too. The exact same situation, like getting sent to bed early,
Mhm.
and then you just like sitting there, kind of like I guess sleeping but not sleeping, and then you just hear them laughing and shit, and it's just like, what the fuck is so funny? And then I open the door and it's like lights are off, everyone's dead asleep. I wonder if it's like a delay.
And
You
you're
know what I
like,
think it
that's
is?
what I'm thinking.
I,
Maybe
I think you're hearing it as you're falling asleep.
maybe
And
you're
because
subconscious.
you know when you sleep, like you lose track of time, like your
Mhm.
brain can't tell what time it is. I think it's partially that it kind of it fills in the gaps. So like you think you just heard it, but really your brain just lost track of time. So it kind of like
Definitely
It's
fills that gap.
could be.
kind of like in the mornings whenever you're like hearing your alarm in your dream and you're just like, what the fuck is that noise?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then it finally clicks. Oh shit, that's my alarm, and you wake up.
Yeah. Like I don't know. Like I always wondered too because it was something that like has obviously stuck with me. Like I'm 28 at this point, and
Mhm.
I still think about it. So it obviously like something. And I had a few of those moments at there at that house. Like,
Mhm.
and it's not. It was they bought it new. That's the thing. They bought it new, and like I remember because my great grandparents both passed away there in that
Mhm.
house, and I remember them saying, "Oh, this just like we'd hear like we'd be downstairs, we'd hear, and they'd be like, oh, that's just the house settling."
Mhm.
Like, but it would be like footsteps,
That's all
to like
people
the
saying too. It's just the
yeah,
house settling.
it's just house settling. And but the thing is, how does it settle for 10 years?
Right.
It's the first 2 years where it starts to settle, and then it kind of settles. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it happened like frequently.
Maybe it was built on like some crazy burial ground or something.
I don't know, like because the thing is, like I remember staying home a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes being by myself in that house,
Mm-hmm.
and feeling like there was something like watching me from like downstairs, like looking
Gotcha.
behind like a sofa or things like that. I wouldn't go.
Mm-hmm.
One place that specifically creeped me out and still creeps me out to this day. I don't go back there. It's in my aunt's room. It used to be my grandmother's room,
Mm-hmm.
and there's this closet. It's like a walk-in closet, and walk-in closets don't freak me out, but this one did. Like there was just like a lot of stuff back there, and I always had this genuine fear that something was back at the back of the closet.
Mm-hmm.
And so I would never go in there. I hated it. I hated going in there. I hated getting told to go in there. Like even as I got into high school, like I had this genuine fear of that bathroom and that specific like closet. I would always close it when I because it was.
Dude, what if one night you just heard in the closet?
Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. Hell no.
Kind of like on the movie, what is it? Annabelle Creation, I think.
No,
Yeah.
that's
it's The Conjuring.
The Conjuring, yeah, from the dresser.
The clap.
Yeah. Fuck
Oh,
that.
God, dude.
Fuck no.
Every time I watch that movie, that shit gives me the chills.
I had to look behind him real quick.
It is a scary fucking movie. But like, no, I've never felt like anything like that here. Like, I haven't had like an experience like that where it's been like negative.
I had that experience at my old house, like the first house I moved into here when we moved to Texas, and it was a brand spanking new house. Like we watched them build it and everything. It was over there in River Park West, and that house every night had different kinds of noises. Like no matter what, we always heard footsteps, and everyone would be asleep, like dead asleep when you would hear footsteps. My parents would always say, "Oh, it's just the pipes, you know, they're settling in." Or shit like that, or you would hear like the blinds open and close downstairs, but there'd be nobody down there. The fucking pantry door would open itself, and it was a brand new fucking house, so it's not like it's worn out where it could just open and close. Everything was tight. Yeah.
See, that's interesting. It's just like it's wild because I was like, "What is it?" That's the situation I too. It's like it's a new house. It's like, what would be the reason behind it? But like, it's just super weird and like.
It really is. And you know what the craziest part is? So my parents are super Catholic, like super Catholic, diehard. And after a while, like my mom started getting really freaked out about it, right? So she had the house blessed, and after that, nothing.
Really?
Yeah. We had a priest come over, and he like blessed the house. He sprayed holy water everywhere. Yeah. She had a shaman come in and do a cleanse. Well, a bruja come in and do a cleanse with the Palo Santo.
It's just wild.
It was just so crazy.
Well, I've also told you the story about when me and my cousin Lauren were in my grandmother's room watching TV, and I don't know if it was the way the one door was open and the other door was closed, and one did one thing, one did the other by just air fluctuation and airflow and stuff. But I think both doors were closed. And we remember specifically hearing a ch-ch, and we looked to the right of us.
What the fuck?
And the bathroom door was slowly opening. And I looked at her. I was like, "You didn't like leave it open, right?" She's like, "No, I closed it. I heard it like click, just like." And then we looked at each other and we were like, "Fuck that!" We just left, and we just didn't talk about it. We didn't talk about it again. Like we were just like,
that's the best thing to do, right? Is just pretend it never happened.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't. I obviously didn't forget about it, but shit was wild. I mean, I thoroughly remember having like it's just that back closet just gave bad vibes, and I don't know what it was, but always my whole life,
really,
always been afraid of that closet. Yeah.
What the fuck? That's trippy, dude.
Yeah.
Like the fact that house was in your life for such a long time too, right?
Yeah. So we moved there 99 or 98. I was born in 94. So I was born in like A-Leaf, and then we lived in Huntington Briar. I don't know if you know where that is, like off Westheimer.
Off Westheimer. I know exactly where that's at.
We lived there for like a couple years, all of us. Like it was like a big house, and we like all lived there. And then my grandmother got the house. I think it was either 99 or 98. And then I had lived there off and on pretty much my whole life from there,
Damn, that's crazy.
with the exception of like 3 years. Like we had that house up until with my great grandparents, and then they passed away. And then other people, when my grandmother passed away in 2002.
Yeah.
And they passed away in 2001. Both of them did within 6 months of each other. So that like, yeah, we had like a full household, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And it was just like crazy. Because that was the one thing. We had like the little 3-year break where I lived in Shepherdsville, Kentucky for like a little bit of time. I lived there for like a little bit. And that was cool. But like when I moved back, we moved back to that house. And so I lived that house for we lived with my Mimo and Papa for like a really short time, which was like, I think it was like six weeks. And then you moved back to the house again. And I lived there until I graduated. It was like that literally within like a month after graduating when we moved to Cyprus.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then I went to Lone Star.
Yeah, nice. Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Great college. Yeah. Great college.
Yeah.
But no, didn't mean to sidetrack the shit out of this conversation.
No, it's all good. But it's time to move on to the next part. And before we move on to Pendejo of the Week, let me tell you real quick about our friends at Ballsy. Ballsy is a men's grooming company that makes products to give your balls the attention they deserve. It's no secret that balls are prone to odor, sweat, and irritation. So let Ballsy upgrade your ball game today with quality, long-lasting products formulated to keep you fresh, comfortable, and confident. Get your hands on their amazing sack pack that comes with all the essentials you need, like their pH balance, odor neutralizing ball wash that keeps your guys smelling incredible. Also paired with Ballsy's ball wash is the Nut Rub Solid Cologne, which is a skin balm that keeps you smelling good for longer and protects your skin from all the harsh conditions. And lastly, the sack pack comes with Ballsy's special formulated nut spray that keeps you pH balanced and smelling good in between the activities. You go to the gym, you go to work, anywhere in between, you just grab that nut spray and go pss, pss, right on your balls. This keeps them smelling very nice. And now Ballsy is giving our listeners a very special 15% off your first order if you use the promo code TWD15 at checkout, or you can click our special link in the show notes below and go support the people that support us. We appreciate it. All right. So next segment we got, because we're bringing back the old Weekly D. It's a fan favorite. Over the past couple of days, past couple of weeks, I've been doing a little bit of surveying, asking people what their favorite segments were, what they like, what they don't like. So we brought back Pendejo of the Week because it's been a fan favorite since day one. Now, let me tell you what Pendejo of the Week is. Pendejo of the Week is part of the show where we use listener suggestions or our own searches to find the biggest Pendejo of the Week. If you know someone that deserves Pendejo of the Week, send us your suggestions on Twitter using the hashtag POJ and tagging us at the Weekly D Pod, at Paperplate Media, at Danny G, and at It's That Guy Kyle. Or you can email us at weeklydpod.com at gmail.com. And if you're watching right now on the Twitch, this is an exclusive. You can send us your suggestions on the chat, and our buddy Chris, who's our Twitch producer, will let us know about it.
All right. Definitely.
Pendejo of the Week. Fan favorite. We're bringing it back, baby.
So Chris, if you're not paying attention, this is the time to pay attention.
Yeah. Although there's like nobody watching Twitch today. But it's okay.
It's pretty dead today.
Yeah, we're gonna cut this out. All right. So this week we don't have a Pendejo of the Week. We have a Pendeja of the Week. The Pendeja of the Week goes to Mari Carmen Gomez out of Brownsville, Texas. She's our Pendeja of the Week because she got caught at Walmart scanning fake barcodes at the self-checkout to make items ring at 25 cents a pop. Here's my problem with this, and this is why she gets Pendeja of the Week. Walmart never trained any of us to use self-checkout. We don't know what we're doing. You should have just fucking skipped a couple things while you were scanning. They would have never... You made it worse, going out your way to make fake barcodes. Like, just
Yeah.
throw some shit in your bag.
What are you doing?
Like, what are you doing? You're fucking this up for everybody. What do you think?
I don't know why people are so stupid sometimes.
I mean,
Like, I just don't understand it personally. I'm just like, how can you be so fucking dumb?
like, do you know how much energy it takes to make a fake barcode that will work and ring it up at 25 cents?
Too much energy.
Way too much. Like, it would have been easier to just be like, oh, I got organic beets. Let me throw these in there and ring them up as normal beets. Like, come on. We've all done it at least once. You can't lie.
No. Yeah. Yeah.
Come on. I've done it a few times. I'm not gonna lie. I've still, honestly, so this is back in my days when I was on drugs, so I can't be held accountable, statute of limitations. But back in my day,
Wasn't that like 5 years ago?
It's close enough. Shut up. It was 7 years ago, if anyone's asking.
I was like, I don't know, statute of limitations is 7 years. Was it 10?
Allegedly, I've stolen tons of shit from Walmart.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. I got earbuds from there. I got a microphone from there. How much
Allegedly.
I used to start this podcast came from Walmart.
So shout out Walmart, sponsor us.
Shout out Walmart, bro, for allegedly giving us 5-figure discounts. I'm just saying, dude, I cannot be the only person that goes to self-checkout and accidentally skips something on purpose.
Yeah.
Like, even one day, allegedly, I was buying toothpaste and I accidentally stacked both toothpaste boxes on top of each other and just scanned one of them and threw them in my cart. It happens. I wasn't trained. It's Walmart's fault at this point. Like, I didn't go out my way to steal. It just Walmart didn't train me how to be a bagger or a cashier. They should throw some training on those self-checkouts. Give me a 5-second or 10-second, 30-second YouTube video on how to do it properly.
Fucking wild.
So speaking of Walmart, I had a previous coworker. I'm not gonna say his name. Actually would go to Walmart and he would buy a product and he'd wait a couple of minutes and he'd go back inside of Walmart, grab the exact same product and take it to the returns and get his money back.
That's allegedly too.
Yeah. And it's kind of fucked up that he's done it for years. I've known about it for years. And
I didn't even think about that.
A couple months ago, he actually got arrested.
Shit.
Because he got caught with it. He got caught doing that.
See, that's a problem, dude. You can't do it all the time, and you can't do it on purpose. You have to.
He did it for years. It took years for them to figure out.
Yeah, for years. But apparently, they were investigating the issue or whatever for years.
So this was something that was happening, like even like big things, or like little things.
Oh, like I mean, I guess I don't know specifically, but I'd like to believe that, let's say he bought a coffee pot, like a Keurig that's like $200 something. He'd go buy it, and then he'd go back into the store, grab the same product off the shelf, and then go to return and say, I didn't want it, and get his money back.
I mean, here's where he fucked up.
That's wild.
I bet you $1 that he went to the same Walmart and did the same shit over and over and over.
I think so.
See, that's you gotta hit different Walmarts, bro. There's a Walmart in every neighborhood.
Like, just imagine he just did that like every couple days though. Like, he would go buy a Keurig, and then like 2 days later he comes into a different Walmart and does that.
Mean, great idea, genius idea. I'm not gonna lie. Like, that is a great idea. Like,
I wonder if there's an RFID scanner that would prevent that from happening though. If you could like make it something to where like that could be like prevented.
Don't give these people ideas.
Come on, man. You gotta help the poor people out, bro.
You gotta help the poor. We gotta be like Robin Hood. Steal from the rich and help the poor.
We don't all make the big bucks like you. Come on now.
Once we become rich, I'll feel that paid. But
I was thinking about it. The only reason I was thinking about it because like it was like just a general theft. There was some guys recently that, so in a lot of TCG stores, like card game stores and stuff like that, they have like a binder that you can go and like kind of scroll through. That's all their high end stuff, right? It's all it's like, oh, things like, here's this $10 card, here's $20 card, $30 card. Some people just walked in and snatched it. Just fucking ran off with the fucking binder. It was like thousands of dollars worth of fucking cards. And so they ended up getting arrested. For some reason, they just decided in this world, like, they weren't going to wear like a mask or anything. They just wanted to walk in and snatch it and fucking run. So of course they both bought fucking camera like dummies.
Bro,
And
it's like so
it's
hard to
just like,
commit a crime nowadays, though.
well, like with that too, it's just like, how do you fix that issue? Because that's a trust thing, right? Like
Mhm.
you're working with like a situation where like you're dealing with high end product, right? It's like, how do you prevent that? Do you make like proxies, like fake versions of it? Like, you know how like movie theaters or like Blockbuster used to do it, where they didn't have the movies out front. They
Mhm.
had like just empty cup with the actual movie in it, and then they'd have it in the front, so that way people wouldn't steal movies.
Yeah, but people will still steal them, then rent them, and never pay the late fees.
Yeah.
I
Well,
allegedly did that
eventually
too
they
a
were
couple
stolen, but
times.
nobody knew that Blockbuster was going to go away. Okay, nobody
Bro,
knew.
you know what's wild about that? So, like, I love Blockbuster. That was my shit. I always paid my late fees, always everything. But
It's
Hollywood
not,
Video, that was a whole nother story.
Hollywood was
Hollywood
dope.
Video, I was like, fuck them. You know, they hit me with late fees one time. It was like $100 for a fucking DVD.
Holy shit.
And I
Oh.
said, fuck that, right? So every time I went, I started a new account with a different name. Same address, different name.
You're talking about the Hollywood Video that used to be in Richmond, like over across the street from CC Pizza.
Bro, okay, exactly that one. And you know what? When they went out of business, I had about 25 movies from them under different accounts. And when they went out of business, I was like, well, do I take it back or I just hold on to them? Because at this point, like,
bro, some of those, like, okay, so there's a couple games, like video games and stuff that you have if you have the Blockbuster version of them. So, like, for instance, there's a game called Clay Fighter on the N64.
mm-hmm.
And if you have the Clay Fighter Sculptor's Cut version,
Mm-hmm.
it's like $10,000. Yeah, in terms of resale.
Bro, I gotta go through my Hollywood Video shit.
Yeah, it's all the Sculptor's Cut stuff. But I don't know, it's Blockbuster exclusive. So it was something that was like a thing. And so people that happen to have a copy or like, you know, they got it from like when Blockbuster closed, they bought it, you know, whatever. It just became very valuable.
No, it's so crazy because like I meant to turn all the movies back, right? But I got tired of having to pay late fees. And then the one day I decided to go back, it's not there anymore. So I was like, I guess.
It's how it goes.
It was a T-Mobile by the time I went back.
It was crazy because it wasn't even Netflix that like killed Blockbuster. It was like Redbox.
No, it was late fees. Late fees
did too. But no, we at that point they were already having an ease of access with like Redbox, and Netflix was doing their mail-in, which is wild to think that they're mail-in DVDs with no late fees.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Late fees are what killed them. If they would have not been so fucking stingy and greedy on late fees, they would have survived.
Honestly, they should have did like a library where you get like 30 days, and then eventually, like if you don't like return it, they just start basically blocking your account, so you just get like banned. You can make more accounts,
but my account, just charge me for the fucking movie,
or just charge you for the book, or charge you for the movie.
Like okay, take the $5 I gave you.
Well, because back in the day, like VHSs and stuff, when they were originally when Blockbuster Video came out and stuff like that, like movies were expensive. Like movies were a commodity. Like so when you rented movies, when you rented the movies, they were like $100.
Yeah, but they weren't original VHS, bro. They were all bootlegs. Think about it. I don't know. You ever look at an actual DVD or actual VHS, like the original VHS and then the Blockbuster VHS? They were bootlegs, bro. You can't tell me they're
available to own on DVD and VHS.
Oh, bro, you
wonderful world of Disney.
You remember that high-end fucking technology where you had like a DVD, VHS player that could burn DVDs? Did you ever have one of those?
Yes.
That was my dad's shit, dude. He bootlegged so many fucking Disney movies, allegedly. But
honestly, I used to think the video rewinder was fucking cool. Like just the one that you just
little car?
Like, it was like a little car basically. Yeah, you just put the VHS in it and it rewind it.
It was like a speed rewinder.
They the ones that used to do it in like a minute, and that was like a big deal.
Yeah, and then it would fuck up your VHS if you did it too many times.
Yeah, that happened too.
Yeah, dude, that shit was wild. That was good times. Good times.
Dude, honestly.
So, apparently Blockbuster, there's only one location still open, and it's in Oregon.
Yes, it is still. Netflix did a documentary on them. And they're actually doing a TV show. It's about Blockbuster. They're doing a Blockbuster they're doing a Blockbuster TV show, like a series. I wonder if
you can still buy a Blockbuster franchise.
No, I don't think it's a separate entity. It's owned by it's owned by Paramount.
Family. Oh, really?
Well, Paramount owns like the rights to Blockbuster,
Mhm.
but they got like an approval from the family, like for the family, because they were like the last Blockbuster to
Mhm.
like continue. And plus, they do the Airbnb and stuff to make like an additional income
Got
off of
you.
it.
Bro, hear me out.
So
Hear me out. What if we buy a Blockbuster? Like we create a Blockbuster, right? And we turn it into the recording studio. We can call it
that'd be
Blockbuster
so sick.
Studios.
That'd be so sick.
Right. And then like the key to get in is we send people VHS tapes and they gotta return them in a certain way. And that's what opens the doors.
They got to do the late fee.
Hell yeah, they gotta pay the $5 late fee per day.
Well, my thought is, what if we did open a video store? Hear me out.
Bro, that'd
We
be
didn't
tight.
charge late fees, and we just paid them for the price of the movie if they didn't come back for it. And then, but we also have like fresh popcorn that gets done at the actual theater where there's movies playing 24/7. Not
There we
24/7,
go.
but until
We
the store closes.
we invite Pee Wee Herman to the grand opening.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
Bro, that'd be tight though. If we own a video store, imagine us working in a video store.
Fucking just little name tags.
That'd be hilarious, bro. Bro, what if we did that though?
Video.
And that was our tax write-off for the podcast studio.
I'm
Like,
here
what-
for it. Everyone's gonna think it's a fucking mafia cover up.
right? Just a bunch of broke ass
I
dudes.
don't know. I don't know.
No. It's like, oh no, we make negative money. Like we pay to keep this alive.
Mm-hmm.
We do.
I don't know if for some reason I feel like it's gonna come up at some point, but fucking Daniel or somebody's gonna be like, after 9:00, it turns into Blockbuster After Dark.
Oh yeah,
Bangbusters.
Blockbuster. We're bringing the
Bankbuster.
you know we record porns in the back room.
Glory holes and all.
It turns into a fucking strip club at night after 9:00.
Deja fucking vu. Holy shit. Deja vu. Holy fuck. I've heard this fucking conversation play out before. Like literally up until the strip club card. Like I've literally heard about like it's gonna be like the Blockbuster at night, like or something like that. Like, and you're like, holy shit, I've heard this fucking scenario.
I think you've thought of all the random shit that me and Alan can tell you.
I'm just sitting here right now, like, what the fuck?
I feel like when you get on this podcast with us, you wonder like, what's the stupidest shit we're gonna say today? So you're just like mentally prepared for it.
Usually my life is very busy. So having this is like a nice break. Is nice. It's my little break.
No, me and Daniel, whenever we'd go to lunch together, when we worked together,
I'm gonna go lunch with you guys.
We'd have fucking random ass fucking conversations about random shit.
Yeah, I want to learn real quick how my brain works and how severe ADHD I am. I can go from talking about something normal to I got my dick sucked the other day.
Yeah,
congratulations. What? Congratulations, Daniel.
Congratulations, good for you. Shingles doesn't care.
And then I used to come up with the most random shit. Like one time I taught Alan about dragon breath, which is something I completely came up with on the fly one day. I won't pervert your ears with it right now, but it was horrible.
I can imagine. It sounds horrible.
He'll tell you after.
And including dicks and booty holes, just so you know.
Okay, let's go back through the.
Just wait until he tells you about fletching.
Rather you not, Danny.
You would never drink out of a straw again.
I ruined straws for someone to the point where every time they see a straw, they get sick and won't drink out of it. Pretty funny. Pretty fucking funny. But anyways, let's move on right now.
Yeah.
All right. So we're talking about fucking and getting dick sucked. Let's talk about Hot Boy Turk. I don't know if you know about him, Alan, because he's a really old rapper. Hot Boy Turk was part of the Hot Boys, the original OG Hot Boys.
Like Lil Wayne Hot Boy? I didn't know that.
Lil Wayne Hot Boys from Louisiana.
Oh, yes. Shit. I might have heard of them, but I don't exactly know them very well.
He was recently on the Drink Champs podcast, which is one of the greatest fucking podcasts right now, hosted by Nori, legendary Queens rapper, and DJ EFN. They're huge like legends in the hip hop game, and they love to bring on old hip hop heads and just give them their flowers. Like their whole thing is give these artists their flowers before they die, right? But anyways, they got Hot Boy Turk on there. They got him drunk as fuck. And mid-interview, he starts talking about how when he was in jail, he was fucking. And he wasn't just fucking. He was fucking dudes. And he said it so normally, like it was a normal thing to say. And boy, did Twitter fuck him up. Twitter
Really?
just destroyed his ass. They were literally for 3 days.
Just like he
Drink
destroyed some
Champs was
asses there
trending.
in prison.
He literally trended for 3 fucking days because he was talking about how he fucked dudes. And then like he would start talking about it, and then he'd be like, "Oh, you gotta read my book though. It's all in the autobiography." He still wrote a book about fucking dudes in prison. He was in prison for 8 years. And he said he fucked. He didn't say he got his dick sucked. He said he fucked. With the capital fuck.
Well, damn.
I
mean,
I was gonna say
more power to him, I guess.
I was gonna say that I don't know if it's just me, but like whenever people talk about fucking dudes in prison, I keep thinking of the movie The Longest Yard with Adam Sandler.
Oh no!
Seeing all the dudes as like cheerleaders and shit.
No,
so,
fuck, dude! I knew I should have set up a mixer today. There is a specific movie that is perfect to what he was saying because it's like a hood movie. It's called "Don't Be a Menace in South Central While Drinking the Hood your juice in the Hood," and I'll add the clip to the video part. I'll send it to you, Alan, because it is fucking hilarious. Where
I've seen that. I've seen that movie.
One of the dudes is like, he's like, "Fuck it, throw me in jail." He's like, "Lock me up." He's like, "I ain't scared to fuck no one in the ass." And everybody at the table is just like, "What the fuck did you say?"
He said what he said. He said what he said.
No, but going on that too, though, here recently, I can't remember where I heard it from, but there was a clip that I saw that a guy was all like, "Yeah, man, they let me out early from prison because I was really good at fucking dudes." He's like, "I was so good at fucking everybody in prison to make me stop. They had to let me go early."
Wild.
That is wild.
Now, question for you. Now, I feel like it varies by person, but like it's a general question. Like when you're going in and like you're legitimately like fucking like in prison, like is that just like you were gay, you just didn't realize you were gay, and now you like know? Or is it like I know some people it's like a power thing too, where they're just like literally just doing some fucked up shit. And so just like I just want to fuck some dudes, feel good about it. But like, are there some people who are just like legit, like they get out and they're like, I just like men. I think that's what it is. I think I always like men.
Just, I wonder that too. I wonder if it's a gay thing.
You really hear about it, like
because I know. Okay. I'm not gonna say names because they're relatives of mine and they've done some deep fucking time. They're like.
I bet they have.
But I had a cousin. I'm not even gonna say he was a cousin. Let's say I knew somebody.
But I know your cousin.
Next
time I see one of your cousins in California, I'm gonna think. I was like,
no. But this
you were
dude
the one
went
who's
to prison
fucking
for like 10 or 12 years, right? He told me he was fucking the entire time he was there. After the first year, he was fucking everybody. And I was like, okay, so you're gay, right? And he's like, no, I ain't gay. That wasn't gay. I was like, what do you mean it wasn't gay? You're fucking dudes. He's like, no, it wasn't gay. So, like, in my head, I've always wondered, is it that they're actually gay? Or is it a power thing? Or do you get to the point where you're just so desperate that you're like, a hole's a hole?
I think sometimes there is a power thing there because there's a situation where it's like you've heard about the one guy who's I forget they made a Boondocks episode about him, but this dude was notorious for like new people to come in and he would basically just literally do fucked up shit with them. Like he's just like, oh, you're mine, and by the end of it, like he was going to get what he wanted, whether he had to stab you for it. He was fucked up. Like he was always talking about getting the booty. That's what he was talking about.
Like I want to say like if I were in that situation and I was in prison, I would fight someone back and not get raped. But I don't know, dude. I've seen some of the guys in prison; they're fucking big. Like I don't know if I have a chance.
They don't have what else do they have to do? They work out. That's it. That's all they can do is work out and have sex.
Do you think you can fight a guy that's been 12 years in and win? No. Or are you getting fucked in the ass?
You're getting fucked in the ass. Let's be honest.
Like Daniel said, I'm gonna be somebody's bitch. Fuck that shit.
Like at some point, you gotta be like, all right, dude. Like
I mean, Daniel's just gonna be
I'm
realistic.
gonna survive.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know. I think it
I feel
is
like
gay as long
you'd
as you're
like to
sucking
think
dick.
that you'd like to think that you make a shank and like fight him off, but like
Well, I mean, there's some guys that even if you have a shake, dude, there's no way in hell you're winning.
some of those motherfuckers are big, like big
I'm
motherfuckers.
saying, dude.
It's
I-
just solid
like, I-
muscle.
Like I'm just saying, like this dude that I knew that was in prison that's not my cousin, but allegedly is my cousin. Like he was a big motherfucker, you know. And I don't know, dude. I asked him if it was gay to get your dick sucked by a guy, and he said no. So I don't know at this point. I'm confused about how prison politics work.
I always thought it was like a pent up sexual like frustration. You know?
It's probably that too. It's probably a bunch of things. It could be like, you know, liking dudes, eventually like not having an option, just being like, you know what, this is cool. Like if I'm gonna be here for the rest of my life, like it's fine, whatever. To people being like, you know what, I think I was gay. I think I was gay from the beginning of this, and it's
Right, Kyle.
probably why I'm in prison.
If you were sent to prison for some random shit, like let's say you didn't even know, but you did some tax evasion, and they threw you in prison for like 10 years.
Oh, it'd be tax evasion, Daniel. Like let's just step it up. I robbed a guy. I robbed a guy and I stabbed him with like a pencil.
Let's say you stabbed a guy with a pencil.
It's much better. It's much better, Daniel.
Okay. And you get sent to prison for like 10 years, right? It's a light sentence, but it's 10 years. Are you fucking or are you getting fucked?
That's some deep
I'm
thought
being
right there.
completely honest with you. I'm just beating my meat the whole time. That's my way around it. I'm not gonna. It's just like, I mean, I've been in a relationship with my hand for a long fucking time. I was like 11. Like it doesn't matter. I can wait another 10 years, do the same thing. I used my imagination.
Is that your defense? Like a guy comes to try to rape you and you just go right in his face.
There you go. Yeah. It's like a spider web. Like
Kyle's gonna be like, I'm locked and loaded, bro. Don't make me shoot you.
Right? He's gonna say safety off, bro. Safety off. What about you? Are you fucking or are you getting fucked, bro?
Bro, I'm fucking. Because if I'm gonna get fucked, I'm gonna find some way to get that surgery to shit in a bag and they seal my asshole. Dude, fuck that.
All I'm saying, dude, is if I'm in prison, the guy's trying to fuck me, I'm shitting on his dick, bro. There's no.
Well, I mean, prison food doesn't. I don't know. Prison food seems like it backs you up, so you may not have an option.
Daniel said, "Fuck it, I'm drinking milk."
Fuck that, dude. I'm fucking drinking milk and shitting all over him. I ain't gonna want this choncho no more.
Maybe he'll like it.
Like I'm gonna fight, but if I
Why
lose,
would-
I'm shitting.
Never know, man.
We said we were gonna go do
might-
like a throwback one time, and this is where we are.
Hey, man, some people like scat, man.
Some people
I
do.
don't
Some
know.
people that is legitimately a thing.
For everybody that's listening, do not look up the word scat in
You
Google
never,
by
you never read
itself.
the scat man. Oh, the scat man.
You got to be careful too when you're looking up scat pack.
All right. So I guess that's the end of that, right?
Okay, yeah.
Alan's getting a Barbie butt. Kyle's coming on people's faces in self-defense. Shitting on the dick.
Tis what it is.
You know what's the worst part about this fucking episode? My mother-in-law started asking me what the Weekly D podcast was, and she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna start watching it." So this might be
So
the
this is your
first
entry level episode.
Dude, that's speaking of people that watch this. So apparently you posted a clip that I had made on Facebook, and my mom started following the Weekly D on Facebook
Oh my god!
and
I'm
was just
sorry.
sitting there like, does that guy Kyle still have his Christmas tree up? And I was like, no, Mom, that's an old clip. And then I was like, holy shit, my mom actually watches.
You should have told her, yeah, he lives in
Thank God that was
Kentucky.
the worst thing she saw, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
You should have been like, yeah, he lives in Kentucky. It's a whole thing. Don't ask him about it. He gets really nervous.
She's like, because I was about to say that boy is weird.
What? Tell your mom I'm great.
Yeah, tell your
She-
mom
let
her
her- you
mom
let
is
her know
mom.
I
She's
know.
gonna say either he's weird or he's really lazy and doesn't want to take it down.
I could be both of those. I will say it took me to like February.
Bad from Twitch. Let's move on. All right. So our next segment is bad for the week. But before we get into bad for the week, let me tell you about our friends at Honeysuckle. Honeysuckle brand is a recreational hemp dealer specializing in only the good stuff. That means CBD and variations of Delta 8 and Delta 9. They have a variation of stuff. They have a variation of different ways to consume their product. Whether you're a fan of gummies, vapes, or pre-rolls, they got you. They are also changing up the game with cannabis-infused nectars that turn your adult beverages from 0 to 100 real fucking quick. So go get you some Honeysuckle brand by clicking on the link below in the show notes to get 15% off your first purchase. Honeysuckle, let them give you a start to some happy days. Boom. Perfect. I didn't fuck up that ad read not even once.
That was good. Except for the last part. Okay.
So just like BAMF of the week, just like Pendejo of the week, BAMF of the week is also driven by our own searches, along with listener suggestions. As we look for the biggest badass of the week, if you have someone you think should be our BAMF of the week, feel free to send us your suggestions on Twitter using the hashtag BAMF and tagging us at the Weekly D Pod, at Paper Plate Media, at Danny_G951, and at It's That Guy Kyle. Or you can email us at theweeklydpod@gmail.com. Or you can send in your suggestions in the Twitch if you're watching right now. This week's BAMF for the week is a TikToker and viral sensation, Caden Booth. You ever heard of him?
Yeah, I actually just watched that TikTok this weekend.
All right. Well,
Insane.
The reason Caden Booth is our BAMF for the week is because he did a TikTok where he created a ghost kitchen restaurant on DoorDash selling pizza. The thing that makes him the BAMF of the week is that he got pizza boxes made with his own logo. Then he went to Walmart, bought all the DiGiorno's they had at Walmart, and then sold those frozen pizzas out his house as Boom Pizza.
No fucking way.
Yeah.
Bro, that's legendary shit. Like, you gotta admit, that is fucking
This.
genius.
That was his ghost kitchen.
That is an entrepreneur at Harvard. Give him a fucking scholarship because he deserves it.
I'm talking about an ad for DiGiorno too, though. Low key.
Right?
Like, it's not delivery, it's DiGiorno.
I think I even saw like a little bit of the interview and where someone interviewed him about it, and he was like, I did it as a joke, like a troll for like TikTok. But he was like, but then the orders started coming in, and he was like, I had so many orders, the Door Dashers were getting pissed because the wait was so long for him to make the pizzas.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're fucking like 20-minute pizzas.
Bro, he literally, but he bought out like all Walmart's DiGiorno's at his local Walmart. He made his own pizza boxes, right? And here's the thing. He went to his local Domino's Pizza and started advertising Boom Pizza at the Domino's Pizza.
So
and then went back home and he started taking orders. And like, it just took him too long because he had a shitty fucking oven. So he could probably only make like 2 at a time.
That's so fucking funny, though.
Bro, that is genius. Like, we
didn't
need to get him on this
heard that.
podcast. I started following him from the Weekly D page on TikTok, and I'm gonna try to get him on. We'll message him up.
That'd be fucking hilarious.
If I'm not mistaken, he recently got like 5-star review overall, I think.
Yeah. His DoorDash store, his ghost kitchen, has a 5-star review, and he said like part of the reason he did it was because he wanted to bring awareness to ghost kitchens. Like a lot of people don't understand that. Like, there's legit restaurants on DoorDash that aren't real restaurants. It's just people selling shit out their house.
Yeah, that's totally a thing. Well, Mr. Beast Burger is technically a ghost kitchen. If you ever see like the Mr. Beast Burgers, a lot of them are in like Buca de Beppo's or like small businesses that can sign up for it and like learn how to do the food and all the buy all the product and stuff like that, and they sell them out of those restaurants.
Bro,
as like Mr. Beast Burgers.
So talking about ghost kitchens, when I did Uber Eats for a while, I still do Uber Eats every now and then. But Sugarland has so many fucking ghost kitchens. like I didn't realize this, but like Sugarland, like bars, like it'll be the most random bar, right?
Mhm.
There's a bar called the Gridiron Bar, but inside of it, there's a fuzz spot that you can only buy food from that fuzz spot on Uber Eats. Like you
That's
can't go in
wild.
there and buy it from them. They only sell it on Uber Eats.
That's crazy.
Hmm.
And there's a
That's like a
Euro
thing. There's
spot.
like a place that have the wings too.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
wing place in a Mexican food of a restaurant, but they
Mhm.
sell wings, and the
Yeah.
only way you can get them is through Uber Eats. There's
Same.
also a Euro spot that is the same exact way in Sugarland, where it's inside a bar, but the only way you can
Mhm.
get that food from that Euro spot is through ordering it on Uber Eats.
That's similar to the Mr. Beast burger too, because you can go to Buca de Beppo's, but you can't order the Mr. Beast burger. You can't just get it. You can't get something off that menu, like, and have them cook it for you there. They have a specific set of ingredients that they cook, and it's specifically for that.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
But,
it's weird. Ghost kitchens are wild.
But didn't Mr.
Yeah.
Beast do that to actually help a lot of local restaurants that were struggling during the
He
pandemic?
did. That was the difference. Yeah, he did do that specifically to help a bunch of local restaurants that were like struggling through the pandemic. Like nobody's gonna go to Buca de Beppo's in like 2020. Like that's a family style restaurant. Like yes, it's an expensive restaurant, but like who's gonna go get family style Italian food during COVID? Nobody. Fucking
Yeah,
nobody.
that's true.
Yeah.
Like
That's
you know,
very
it was
true.
just like they were keeping a lot of businesses alive that way.
Mhm.
So I mean, he made a ton of money doing that, but he also kept like a ton of big people, like companies in business.
Yeah.
Yeah, as a direct
Dude,
result of that.
I wonder how that works, right? Because like obviously, I mean, there's gonna be rent involved since you have a ghost kitchen, you're operating out of a bar or a restaurant. I just wonder how profitable that is.
Probably a lot of certifications and stuff. I mean, it depends. I think it depends on what
Because
the
you got to
ghost
get
kitchen
a
is.
business license, right?
You also be able to sell food, like
You gotta get a health inspection
under that license. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm sure
Yeah,
it's very
wow.
complicated, low key, like to like set one up.
Yeah, because I
Mhm.
was reading it on about that Boof's Pizza that they were saying that as long as you can follow the food health code, they usually don't have problems with the ghost kitchens.
Yeah, yep. Which is a trip too, because he's selling DiGiorno. So like, I wonder if there's certain legalities there where like he can get sued from them.
He could totally get in trouble if he.
And then like, I don't know if it's like copyright infringement or what.
I mean, I don't know if anybody. No, it's technically not. Though. It's literally pizza. It's literally just DiGiorno pizza.
Yeah,
but
because he's rebranding it. And then if you think about it, he bought all the DiGiorno. He already paid DiGiorno's price. He's just upselling
lots of companies do that. Like I won't go into details on certain companies, but there are lots of companies who
There's
rebrand products.
Exactly.
Like,
so
whiskey's distilling is like a lot like that. So you can.
Not another whiskey is a big one, but another thing that really does it. Alcohol. The alcohol industry as a whole, like tequilas. There's a lot of tequilas that are rebranded. Specifically, if you look at like Kirkland brand is made by a lot of these big distillers that just sell it for a lot cheaper. But the other thing is tools. Like me personally, being a mechanic, like I know Snap-on. Well, I shouldn't say fucking companies, but there's certain big name companies that they buy the same tools from the same manufacturer. They just rebrand them over and over and over and sell them at different price points.
It's all about the branding.
Yeah, it's all about the branding. It's like Supreme. Supreme fucking resells shitty ass golden shirts with shitty screen printing on them.
Yeah,
and they sell them
for
$50, $60 a fucking shirt,
and then they resell them for like $200.
Exactly. So
yeah,
I don't know. I think this kid Caden Booth is onto something with his Booth Pizza. I would buy from there. Would you buy from there?
I'll take BAMF for the week. That's funny. No, if I know what it is, like it's so stupid.
You would buy some DiGiorno just to support the hustle, bro?
I just go buy DiGiorno, cook it in my oven. But I'm a chef.
I mean,
I don't know.
Dude. I support.
I whip it in the kitchen. I don't know what you mean.
You got that gator head in your hand, huh?
Yeah.
Where'd you get it from? Louisiana?
It's not a real gator head. It's a cup holder. My wife got it for me for Christmas, I think. Yeah.
Put a cup in it.
Yeah, there's so many jokes I could crack about this.
Oh yeah, I put it in there deep.
Yeah.
I Gator's taking it all the way.
Yeah, he's been to prison. What's up?
He's been to prison a couple times, huh?
You see what that mouth do?
It's been part of Kyle's imagination. every
What that
once in a while.
mouth do, bro? It's Kyle, his magic carpet, and that gator head, bro.
I can show you.
Oh goddamn.
Get you a towel.
Oh man. All right. So so we're at the point of the podcast where we're kind of towards the end already. But I want to introduce this new idea. I want to see what your thoughts were. I want to start this new segment called the Confessional. So the Confessional is a segment I want to try where listeners can send us anonymous emails to the Weekly D Pod, and they can ask for advice, random questions, or they can confess something they did this week. And when they email us, like they can tell us, "Hey, keep my name anonymous," or you can say my name. And same thing for our Twitch listeners. Like if they're listening and they want to throw in their questions, just hyphenate anonymous, so we know that it's anonymous and you don't want your name said. But I think it'd be a really fun segment, a fun way to bring in listeners. They can also send it to us at the Weekly D Pod. You can send it to me at Danny_G951.
We can keep it anonymous.
Yeah, we can keep it anonymous. You can DM us on Twitter.
Although I do hope Juan Paco Pico de Gallo definitely reaches out. To be honest, though,
I'm sure that longtime listener will reach out to us. But it'll definitely be like
Santa Claus.
I feel like, huh? What'd you say?
That he's like Santa Claus. He's not fucking real.
He is real.
Feel if you believe.
Oh,
you believe.
I don't think
like
we've
Mr.
ever told
Hanky,
Chris
right?
that.
You gotta sing the song.
I don't think we've ever told Chris that he's not a real person.
Oh, we did it. I hope Chris knows Juan Paco Pico de Gallo is a real person, just not a real person. He's like
in our hearts.
He's none of us.
Yeah, when I questioned Daniel about it, I was just like, "You motherfucker."
He's 100% of our fucking engagement. We're getting 10 listens, and 10 of those were Juan Paco Pico de Gallo.
Juan Paco Pico de Gallo, bro. He's a solid listener, bro. He's been to day one.
Shout out to the homie. Call that out, but it was really funny.
I hope this works out. I think we're gonna announce it on our Instagram and social medias and stuff. Where we're starting this new segment. I want to try it next week, right? So next week, hopefully we get some suggestions. Like I said, email us at weeklydpod.com. Not weeklydpod, at weeklyd@gmail.com. Hit us up there. Send us, in the subject line, put, confessional. And in the first line, just say if you want to be anonymous or not, if it's okay to read your name. And we'll read it. Like, ask us for advice, ask us random questions, confess to us. I honestly think it'd be a really fun time to just get random confessions, like someone fucking Diaz or something. I don't know. It'd be a great time. Send us your shit. What do you guys think about it? Are y'all down to do it?
I'm down for it. I actually wouldn't mind. Well. It sounds fun. I wouldn't mind a couple of those. Am I the asshole? Questions too.
Oh, that'd be funny. Am I the asshole?
Seriously, yeah. Also, one thing I wanted to bring up: should we keep doing this on Mondays? And I want to bring that up to the listeners, because and the ones who do kind of listen to this. So if you're listening to this on Thursday, whenever you do that, we do record on Monday. But I have noticed for us, we've talked about it behind the scenes that Monday doesn't always work for us. Just kind of based on things that are going on. So if you think a better date would work for us, or if you like the live podcast, you just want us to release the following week instead and do it like that on Thursdays, then let us know. We can always pick a day that works. We don't do weekends. That's our only kind of like caveat. We don't do Friday. We don't do Saturday, Sunday. So Monday through Thursday is kind of our go-to, just because it's easier to get our guests on.
Yeah, I genuinely think Thursdays would be a solid day for us.
I think so too.
Well, it works best for me. I think it works best for you, Kyle, right?
Because
Mondays, let's be honest, Mondays are killer for all of us because it's the start of the week. We all work 9 to 5s.
Yes.
And then we do this till about midnight, our times or your time, because Kyle's on the East Coast. So about midnight to his time to 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And it's just rough on a Monday, right? It'd be easier on a Thursday. Let's be honest. Accidental Chaos said Kyle's old age is showing Mondays be an issue after the weekend.
Mondays have been an issue after the weekend since I was in my 20s. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
I still am in my 20s, my early 20s.
Well, I've accepted I'm gonna die young, so whatever day works.
That's why that boy looked 40.
So I look 40 in the body of a 20-year-old, bro.
The first day at work when I sat there and I was like, Daniel, how old are you? And he was like, I'm 27. And I was like, holy shit, dude! I thought you were like 40 something. He was so offended.
Bro,
likewise, Alan. I thought you were fucking 16 years old, bitch. I was like, this is gonna hit puberty any minute now.
That's like the opposite for Alan. Alan just looks super fucking young.
I'm about to turn 27 and I still can't grow a beard or a mustache.
There's a lot of people. You probably must have some Native American in you or something. That's like a thing.
Bro. Nah, I'm prepubescent.
He's prepubescent for life.
It's all gonna kick in.
Hormone therapy,
My balls haven't dropped. The only reason why my voice sounds so deep is because I'm congested. That's the only way it's gonna happen.
Oh my god!
Like honestly, what if it just hits all at once when he turns 30? And he just his whole beard just goes.
So while we're still on there, second question. Stop. Do y'all want us to book more interviews till the end of the year, or are y'all cool with just?
Or do you guys not like the interviews?
I love the interviews. I love doing interviews myself. I'm not gonna lie.
Fucking Chris.
I got a bunch of people.
What did Bowen say?
Bowen said Kyle looks like Clint Eastwood's left nut. Oh no, that's his uncle.
No, Jerry Westwood.
I was like, tell Bowen that he's a nice man. He shouldn't be mean. He's a big mean.
Have you seen his haircut?
What about his haircut?
Did he got it cut? Because he lost that bet.
Oh yeah, he did. I remember he cut it recently.
He looked pretty emo.
He did. He had that side thing going on.
Tonight be the night that I love you. Yeah.
Remember that fucking night that I would fall for you ever again. It made me change my mind. It was either that or he was trying to ask somebody for their fucking cell phone number so they could call him and complain.
Oh my god!
Like, oh, Karen, look at that.
We love you, Chris. We just have to shit on you at least once a podcast.
Hey, he was coming for that. He was coming with the gray jokes.
He came in with that heater, bro, saying you look like Clint Eastwood's uncle, Jerry Westwood.
So where did he get that?
It's all right, dude. It's all good. It's all love, We all love each other.
We're all old fucks, to be honest.
I'm about to go see if he recorded like him revealing his haircut, and I'll slap it on with that TikTok song.
I doubt it, but yeah. So we got a lot of things in the books, right? We got a lot of plans. We're hopefully this segment, the confessionals, works out, and y'all send us your shit. I really hope everyone sends us something.
I know we said it 2 years ago, but next year's our year for sure.
No, bro. Honestly, this year hasn't been bad. I'm not gonna lie. Like I haven't really mentioned it much because I don't want to sound braggadocious, but I've done like 3 fucking interviews for major magazines. 2 of them are already published. We got 1 more about to come out in LA soon.
Where the fuck is my magazine?
So I mean, dude, honestly,
Something would have talked to me.
I've literally mentioned you because they always ask me like who is someone you would recommend to interview. And I'm like, I'm always like, oh, you should interview this guy. He's a fucking podcast host. He's my partner. He's an NFT artist. Like he has all this shit going on. Go fucking interview him, bro. I ain't got shit going on. All I got is the Weekly D podcast. But I don't know what's happening.
I live in fucking bumfuck Kentucky.
Probably because
they're
like,
oh,
look at his
Kentucky.
picture.
He puts the Kentucky and
Cotton country. That's totally.
No,
a song,
I was gonna say they probably
that.
see his picture and they're like, we don't want to interview a Ted Cruz. The fuck?
Right? They're like, is that better? Mr. Fantastic?
I like Mr. Fantastic. I'm less offended by that one in Beto O'Rourke than I am Ted Cruz. That one just is offensive. I mean, at least nobody's been like, hey, look, it's Joey fucking Coco Diaz. Right.
No, you ain't great enough for that one. You're not heavy enough for Joey Coco Diaz.
I'm not great and heavy yet.
Yeah.
But the moment I do get there, when it does happen,
just smoke a couple cigars before you record next time. You'll get the voice.
what? Yeah.
You're like, you fucking
Yeah, I can do it.
cocksuckers.
You goddamn fucking cocksuckers. I don't know what the hell's wrong with you goddamn people.
Oh my god. But yeah, this has been the Weekly D podcast. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys to all the fucking listeners. Thank you for listening. If you like what you heard, please give us a 5-star rating and leave us a review
Yes.
on Apple iTunes and Spotify. Hit us up with that thumbs up. You know what I mean? And like us on any other streaming service. Also, please tell your friends about us. You know, word of mouth is the best way of going. We're obviously fucking huge at this point, but keep on telling your friends about us because you know
We're the biggest podcast in the world.
we're the greatest fucking Bi-City podcast in the world. You know, go shout us out.
We're like the only one, so it works out.
In.
We're the one who claim to be Bi-City podcast.
Once again,
At least,
thank you guys for listening. Thank you to all the Twitch viewers for joining us. Thank you, Kyle, for blessing us with your gorgeous fucking face. Thank you, Alan, for running the Twitch today and making sure our video and our faces look gorgeous on there. Thank you, Chris Bowen, for making sure you're up in the chat and just chopping it up with people. Although we were the only viewers today, so it's all good. It's all
Chris
gravy.
Bowen, thank you for existing. Continue to exist.
Please.
Continue to exist, Bowen.
Please,
thank you
Bowen.
for being alive. Thank you for existing.
We appreciate you for being the Twitch manager. And again, my name is Danny G. Thank you
I'm Kyle
to
C.
all the fucking watchers, all the fucking listeners. We love y'all, motherfuckers. Deuces.